So why is probate court a big deal? It's a big deal because once you end up in probate court, you must notify all the heirs, his kids, her kids, whomever has descendants from the person who died. And those kids might not be your kids. And they have a right to object. The worst part is because it only costs them a grand $30 and a piece of paper that they don't even have to type up and they don't even have to serve you. The court is supposed to make them serve you, but they don't. The court will accept anything from pro se people and not require any service whatsoever. So you can find out when you receive a hearing notice that somebody filed an objection to your petition, um, and that's all it takes. And the objection is filed primarily because they're upset about something. So instead of picking up the phone and calling the stepmom or the stepkids or the other parent, people go through the courts. And that's fine and dandy. That's what the courts are for. But probate court is not superior court. And I'm going to leave that there. But my point is, you don't want to go there. Okay? You don't want your assets to go there. You don't want the people you love to have to stand in line, file paperwork, track their paperwork, hope the paperwork doesn't get lost, the payments get lost, etc. All while you're trying to pay the mortgage, buy groceries, pay for the funeral, because all of those assets are frozen when your loved ones pass away. So if you're not a joint owner, you're not a beneficiary, everything that the deceased person owned is frozen. Everything, even if that is your spouse. So if you don't have a trust in place, which transfers the assets, which I'm not going to go into here, you heard me talk about it enough. I don't want to combine the two, but probate court. So probate court, they can file petitions and someone can object to your petition. And it's that objection that will cause you to be in court for 2 years. Meanwhile, the person who filed the objection without obtaining any legal advice has no idea that one, you're taking additional money out of the state, and the objection alone is going to drag the case out for 2 years. If you sat down and talked to each other and work it out, you can resolve it in 6 months, and all you have to do is file a settlement with the court. But you don't talk to each other. You file paperwork instead because it doesn't cost you anything. It costs them $30, and the person who will file that $30 objection will typically be the person who is the least entitled to receive anything, if they're entitled to receive anything at all, or the person who is entitled to an equal amount, but for some reason they think they're going to get more. And the only person who gets more is the surviving spouse or surviving minor child. It's kind of like child support. And I'm going to leave that there because this was longer than I intended, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about probate court to help you understand why you don't want to go there. I love court, but not probate court.